There you go.
Well,
Perfect.
hello. My name is Kristina Hochban. I am a director out of Minnesota. I hit director back in April of 2020. Um, I joined Sensi back in September of 2017. And when I joined, it was actually a wedding gift. My sponsor bought me my kit when I got married. I think she only bought it because she needed somebody else to sign up under her. And I had no intention of working my business at all. I was like, oh, okay, free Scentsy, sure. Um, One of my best friends, after I got my kid, she convinced me to do a party for her, and I really did not want to. I had no desire. But I'm like, fine, whatever. We did the party, and before I even knew what it was, that party pushed me to Sensational Start 3.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's good. Like my sponsor, she never told me anything. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. Fast forward like 5 months, it was world tour, and I'm like, sure, I'll go. My sponsor bailed on me at the last minute. I didn't know anybody that was going to be there. And my superstar director happened to be one of the girls checking everybody in that morning. By the time World Tour was over, I was like, I need to make this work. So I walked up to her and I was like, hi, I'm in your downline and I need you to teach me everything you know. And she did. She took me underneath her wing and it's just kind of gone from there. So currently, right now, we actually got a few more last night. So I have a team or a group of 132. I have one first gen and one second gen director, and we are worldwide. We now have girls in Germany, Australia, Canada, and somewhere in England. Not sure where. But so yeah. I'm trying to think. Other than that, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband is a manager of a tire shop, and since he allows me to be able to stay home, my daughter is kindergarten. She is currently distance learning for the year. They do have the option of going back, but I'm just not comfortable with that right now. So she will be home for the year. She loves it, and we're just making it work. But Emma had asked me to talk to you guys about branding. And it's funny because I didn't get into branding and really start thinking about it until about 9 months ago. I had always operated under the assumption I didn't need a brand. Scentsy was my brand. I'm a consultant. Scentsy is the brand. What else do I need? And it was my superstar director who had kind of pulled me aside one day. And she's like, they can buy Scentsy from anybody. You have to figure out why they want to buy it from you and why they're going to keep coming back. So I started thinking about it, and I always make a joke about my love languages are coffee, tacos, and trashy TV. Like trashy reality TV, that is my life. I will sit down and watch that for hours when I get a chance, which isn't often. But other than that, I will live on tacos if given the opportunity, and I need at least 4 cups of coffee a day to survive. So that's what people know me as. And about 6 months ago, I started taking little polls on Facebook. I really wanted to get my customers' opinion on what they thought of when they thought of me. And you get the typical, oh, you're a great mom. You sell Scentsy. You do all the things. But I wanted to dig deeper. So it was a process for me. I had to ask the same question about 50,000 times in different ways. And I finally narrowed it down. So I started working with an artist. we came up with a new logo, which I'm actually really excited about because I just got it this past week. And now the rebranding of who I really feel like I am and who my customers see me as has kind of started. So this is just, I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it.
Oh, right there.
So that's kind of what we came up with. Back when I started, I kind of started using Kristina's sense of style. Since you can't use Scentsy and you have to be careful for compliance reasons what you use. But I never did anything with it. It was just kind of there on my business page, but I really decided I really wanted to take it and run with it. So I'm rebranding everything. I'm doing letterhead. I'm doing thank you notes. If you can name it, I'm doing it. I bought a Cricut just to be able to do everything on my own. I will say though, with this one, it was super hard. Instead of the wax bars, I almost wanted to put tacos in my hand because it's more off brand for me. But I'm like, all right, we got to make something Scentsy there. So, but yeah, so branding became very important. And I wanted to pull up, I have some stats I wanted to share with you guys. And if you guys have questions at any time, just interrupt me. I don't care.
So where are you making are you printing up your letterhead on your own or?
Yes. Well, the girl I purchased the logo from, she's actually sending me a bundle with all of it to start. But I was doing some research. I will be able to order everything off of Vista for myself going forward. And that now that I have the copyright, watermarks, all of that, that'll save me a lot of money in the long run. Because she was expensive, but again, business expense, investment, it was worth it to me.
Yeah, and for her to personalize it for you too.
Yeah, I think she did like 150 pages of letterhead, 75 thank you notes, and a roll of 500 stickers plus the logo. It was like $285.
Okay, but you got the copyright and everything, so.
Right. So it was fair to me.
Okay, you got your coffee there.
Water. I want to be able to sleep.
That's overrated.
Yeah, I know. So, but I feel like it was a good investment. I know I'll be using it for a long time. So, and what was really nice about working with her is she did unlimited edits for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the caricatures from Ziggy.
I have, but I can't
comic?
think about it.
Mm-hmm. He does. He was very popular more towards last year.
Yeah, Chris, it's Ziggy. He does logos. It's he's got a Facebook page for it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we're thinking of the same thing. I'm not sure though. Okay.
You can find him on Facebook. He's under Ziggy's Gallery. He was really popular last year with a lot of consultants. I got one of his as well. I think they were like $45 or $55. He does not do any edits, and I was so unhappy with mine. I was like, I'll never use this.
Yeah.
So
there's one on Etsy too, and all the body types are the same. And let's just say
the directors have been sharing.
Yes, and let's just say I wish I had those boobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Dolly Parton.
Don't
okay.
choke, Jasmine. She's seen them. I know she has making that face.
Yeah, I keep seeing those and I have to giggle because I'm like, whew. I mean, home office might be a little shocked. You know, we're all run by Mormons here, and it's a little.
I don't feel like that. Like a lot of the faces would look really good, but I don't feel like that's a good branding thing because all of the bodies look the same.
Yeah, that is a lot of cleavage. Like you can't focus on the bars. All you see are the boobs.
Yeah. Yep.
as I was doing some research and digging for myself, I found out some really interesting stats. Where did I write them? I was taking notes last night because I knew I was going to forget this stuff. So, in a recent survey, they found out that 80% of customers agree that a brand's content authenticity is one of the most important factors in their decision to trust a brand. So, do you guys feel like you have a good handle on what your customers see you as, and if you feel like that's how you view yourself too? I feel like there's a healthy mix sometimes. Sometimes you're like, oh wow, they really see me that way, and you get kind of shell shocked almost, and you're like, well, I don't know if that's really what I want out in the world. I have a couple girls on my team. I love them dearly, but they are whiners. They whine about everything, very vocally, very publicly, every day. And I have had them come to me and they're like, we can't get business and we don't know why. And it's like, you're complaining every day about not getting business and about people being rude and not wanting to spend money. And I've watched them call people out for not wanting to spend their money with them. And it's like, think about this for a second. And I feel like sometimes we almost forget that Facebook and other social media platforms, that's our stage. And obviously, we want to be relatable. We want to be somebody that is authentic, but we also have to realize that 9 times out of 10, we have to put on a little bit of a show. Yeah, you may be having a crap day, but there are ways to turn it into a positive or even make a joke out of it, just so it's not so heavy, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
I have a hard time with that. Not so much anymore. I catch myself. I'm a huge complainer about the weather, and I think it's just because I live in Minnesota. It's like it's winter 9 months out of the year here. It's miserable. Like I mean, we had 16 days straight last 2 weeks ago where we didn't get above -5.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, why do I live here? It hurts.
I think Sage is having a heart attack over there.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
Like it literally, my car wouldn't start for 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Just it hurt.
You see it, we're freaking out.
And like today, our high was, what was it? I think it was 33. I was outside in flip-flops and capris because it's a heat wave. This is like a heat wave to me. I'm like, oh my God, it's so hot. I had the air cranked in my car and I'm like, this is ridiculous. But this is how we live.
Wow.
And I have, one of my best friends, she lives down in Texas, and she's like, you need to move. And I said, no, because you guys have spiders the size of my head. I will freeze before I deal with that.
Yasmin, is that true?
I mean, we have like tarantulas and whatnot. I haven't seen big.
That's just a whole lot of no to me. I can't do creepy crawl. I saw a little snake in my front yard this past summer. It was like this big. I called my husband at work. I said, we're burning the house down.
Oh my God.
It wasn't even by my house. It was literally like 40 feet away from the house. And I'm like, burn the house down.
My child, my teenager, she has watched me catch a snake almost as tall as I am.
Nope.
It was probably 4.5 feet.
Oh my
It was in
god.
my chicken coop, and I didn't want it eating the baby chicks, and I didn't want to it to eat the eggs. So I caught it and I actually released it down the street. I put it in my truck and everything.
Oh my God. Was it a black snake?
Yeah, it was just a water snake. It was just a water snake. It
Yeah, but that
stank.
keeps the poisonous snakes away from your house. Not that I would touch one, but you know, a healthy distance is good for me.
No thanks. No. I mean, we have mosquitoes. We have like some pretty big bugs in the summer, but I have a tent with sides that I go in and hang out outside so they can't get me. So another thing I think is really important is this is something I've really adopted, especially with my team lately, is like I said, they can buy Scentsy from anybody. They're not going to buy the product, they buy the person, they buy the personality, they buy who you are. They don't care about the product 9 times out of 10. Obviously, everybody loves Scentsy, but they can go down the street and get Scentsy. They can go on Marketplace and get it. You want them to buy into the product because of you and because of who you are and what you do for them. I admittedly very much slacked on customer happy mail for the longest time. And I was always good with follow up. Amy, especially Amy, Amy's a lifesaver for me. I'm also very pen and paper oriented, so I have a huge 3-ring binder with all sorts of craziness in it. But it wasn't until I really started, I did the follow-up emails, I did the follow-up postcards, but after that, after like the first one, maybe 2 if they were lucky, I fell off the grid. And it hurt a lot. It wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I really started thinking, okay, so thank you cards, 3 month, 6 month, 9-month follow-ups, in between, happy mail, all that stuff. That really helped my business. My business went from, I was lucky to hit my 500 a month, and that was only because I knew I had to get there, to now I'm consistently 1,500 to 2,000 a month in PRV. But I think a lot of that also has to do with the brand and them being able to understand that they can count on me now. I wasn't always there. I wasn't the greatest consultant in the world, but I'm going to show up time and time again for my customers. And I always make sure they know that, especially around holidays, birthdays. All my customers get a bar of the Happy Birthday Wax for their birthdays every year. That's in my Scentsy Club. I always get it. I don't know why everybody loves it so much. I think it's disgusting smelling.
Wish I was smart enough to put it in my club. It might have been you I saw post that somewhere, and I was just like, why did this not occur to me to do this?
What does it smell like?
Birthday cake.
Yeah.
Super, super sweet birthday cake.
Yeah. It's like you took a bath in a vat of birthday cake, and it's just, it's a lot. I'm not big into the sweets or the floral smelling. So anything like that. I have a customer who is obsessed with Spring Forward and the Lush Gardenia. And every 6 months or so, she sends me on a wild goose chase to find as many as I can. And I'm like, I don't even want it in my house. Like, I don't collect it all.
Like old.
You're breaking up, Sage.
That Lush Gardenia smells like old lady.
Yep.
I like Lush Gardenia. I like it.
What?
I have my neighbor, she is actually obsessed with the, what is it, the Pretty and Plaid that we had in the brick this year.
Mm-hmm.
She bought 22 bricks.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, you keep that over on your side of the yard because I don't want to smell it.
That's some serious dedication to Ascent though. Like,
And she's like, is it going to be back next year? Because this will be gone by next year. I'm like, if that's gone by next year, you have problems. Like, I know what you buy. You only have 2 warmers in your house. So
maybe
I
she's
don't
got some extension cords through her backyard and she's warming it all over her backyard.
I don't know. Just like I have a customer who's obsessed with Amber Hollow. I can't do it. It's not even allowed in my house. I don't know why it came back. But
Is she added to our club?
oh yeah. Yep. And then she asked me if I was going to add it to mine in case she ran out. I said, no, you added 6 bars. You should be good. You have 6 bars coming to you every month. If that's not enough, we have a talk.
Oh my goodness. And here I was getting laughed at getting the Mandalorian, 1 bar of that a month.
The only
My friend is obsessed with the Mandalorian.
So am I. Like, I'm waiting for the Baby Yoda to be re-released because I like pre-ordered that with Sam. I was like, I need that. And she's like, I hate to tell you this, but it's sold out. And I'm like, no.
It's funny because my friend moved in with us and she lives downstairs. So she put a warmer in her bedroom and there's a warmer in her bathroom down there. And every time I walk down there, all I smell is like Mandalorian and the wood stove. But when you walk upstairs, there's always scentsy smells. And I'm just like, Cheyenne, we know where you live.
Oh my God. Well, I do have questions.
all right.
Okay, so you said I'm just starting out. So, and I'll be the first one to acknowledge that I'm not probably the greatest consultant, but I've got just a ton of things just hit me literally today. Besides doing the thank you cards and sending out the fun mail, like, would you suggest, and I know with COVID, everybody's like, some people are like, yeah, we could have a party. Some people are like, no. What's your take on it?
My personal opinion is everybody in this area seems to be very shy with parties. I don't like using the word party anymore. People hear party and they're like, nope, want nothing to do with it. So what I started doing was, hey, let me set you up with a personal shopping link. What you do with it is your business. You can either use it just to shop for yourself. If you get bored, send it to your friends and family. If they buy, you're going to get the rewards. And they're like, genius. So I do a lot of personal shopping links. I actually have 17 set up right now. Out of that, I have 8 of those are at 250 plus in PRV right now. So it's been working for me. Another thing that I've noticed starting to uptick again are text parties. Those seem to be not for me personally. A lot of girls on my team have been having excellent luck with those. So that's another party, but not a party. I have done bingo parties in the past, which have been a lot of fun. 30 minutes of their life on a Friday or Saturday night. They can have some cocktails. We play bingo. They learn about Scentsy, and they're good to go. So I've noticed that they want quick, easy, not a lot of information, not a lot of time they have to dedicate. Even if, and I've done the whole, you don't do anything. I do all the work because Vizsly, if you guys are not on Vizsly, you have to jump on the Vizsly bandwagon. It is a game changer right now.
Definitely.
But it was so I've noticed just keeping it fun, keeping it interactive. I've done a few Zoom parties even, and they've loved those. I just kind of get everybody together. It's like a happy hour type thing. I throw some products up in their screen, say, hey, look what this does. Look what this does. And it generates orders. I'll leave their link open for 2 weeks. And I let everybody know, if you have a question, just give me a text or shoot me an email. But I feel like Facebook parties as they were, they're just kind of dying out. And I feel like Facebook in general has it in for direct sales right now. So I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember MySpace.
I had like 5.
There is
Man, I feel old.
I kept forgetting my passwords, so I kept remaking new ones.
there's actually a throwback like retro site called Space Hey that is the exact same as MySpace. I just found out about it last week, so I joined right away. There's only like 75,000 people on there, but I'm trying to figure out a way to make that my new platform because it's nostalgic to me. And I think there's probably a lot of untapped potential there. But with parties, I just say keep it upbeat, keep it short, keep it sweet. Try not to use the party word because for some reason that scares people. We have been having, our team in general this week have been having a lot of luck with fundraisers. And we started with that just by saying, hey, if you could donate $500 to any organization, what would it be? And just let all the comments roll in. And then you reach out to them one by one and say, hey, we can make that happen. How would you be interested in setting up a fundraiser for that organization? We've had a lot of takers on that. If you guys don't know too much about fundraisers, I suggest looking up videos from Edie Pelletier. She is the fundraising queen of Scentsy. She has phenomenal ideas and insight on fundraisers. I actually have her doing a special guest speaking thing for a accelerated leadership program I'm doing next week. I'm super excited for that, but she has amazing videos on YouTube. Her fundraiser, she did a fundraiser a few years back and it brought in like $45,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just like, I mean, that's your annual sales award in 2 weeks. So
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. I'd be like, well, I'm going to take the rest of the year off, I guess.
Yeah, that would be crazy to take the rest of the year off after earning the annual sales award, but then you lose your ranking and everything.
Yeah.
Going at
Just throw a few $100 here and there.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any other questions?
What are Zoom meetings, Zoom parties?
So I was getting desperate when COVID first hit. Nobody could see anybody. And people were just, all of my friends were so bored. And we're like, we can't talk, we can't do anything. So I'm like, let's do a Zoom happy hour. So basically I would just set up a Zoom link, invite a ton of people. Everybody would just come hang out. And I'm like, well, you know what? The first couple of times it was literally just me and my friends getting together so we could drink and talk. But I'm like, you know, why aren't I working my business while doing this? So I'd be like, hey guys, look what I got today. Like I always made sure I had new products. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I need to order one. Done. And then I'm like, so do you guys want to maybe like get your friends together and do like a happy hour and we can show them the new Scentsy stuff? Yeah, let's do it. and it just kind of took off. So we'd have, 15, 20 girls on here all drinking, having a good time. There's one girl who loves to get up and sing karaoke, just absolutely randomly. But during all that, I was showing them the scent of the month. I was showing them the warmer of the month. I was like,
Okay.
just kind of, and then we evolved that into playing bingo, because I'm like, hey, I got a bingo thing here. Let's play some bingo. So I'd be calling bingo, and in between that, I'd be like, oh, did I tell you guys we got a new sugar scrub this week? Or, whatever. Just start grabbing products off my table. And they were getting all that information, but it didn't seem like it was a party because we were just having fun. But
Cool.
it took off really well. I think the first one I did was like 700 PRV.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was literally like an hour and a half of my time just hanging out.
I have to try that. It's kind of like a live Facebook party.
Yeah. And if you get people a little tipsy, they tend to want to buy more. Before COVID shut things down, there's a bar right by my house, and I would always go up on a Friday night, and they started letting me bring products up there. And I always made sure I was up there around 6 or 7 on a Friday night, because that's when all the guys are getting off work and they're drunk and they're doing shots to celebrate surviving another week at work. And I'm like, hey, your wife really would like this. Oh, yeah, she probably would. I'll get 5 of them. Okay. So I was making money that way, too.
Awesome. All right, guys, any other questions for her? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you
Well,
for sharing all your ideas.
Absolutely. If you guys have any questions at any time, you can find me on Facebook. Shoot me a message.
All right.
All right.
All right. If you need anything, let me know. I owe you one.
Sounds good.
All right. Take
Thank
care,
you.
guys. Have a good night.
Bye. Shit.